You know I don't want to be here, right? I mean, it's Strawberry 100%, or Ichigo 100% if you like to say your titles in half Japanese. It's just another dating sim. Do I even need to have to go through this? I'm sure I have. 2, 3, 6... 6 out of the 8 games I've reviewed so far are dating sims? How boring. Anyway, I have it on, I might as well take you through it and just give you a rundown. You play as Monica, a guy who is constantly down on his luck and trying to become a director. He asks out a cute girl named Tsukasa because he had mistaken her strawberry panties for another cute girl's strawberry panties who fell on him. Now he wants to film it, and I'm totally not being a pervert here. It's freaking art. Later, he has many more cute girls hit on him, but not as many as the manga since we only have 4 profile slots here. As the series progresses, he has to decide for himself who he wants to be with, but no matter what, this Romeo is going to break some hearts. Generally speaking, this is a lot more involved than some of the previous sims I've discussed here. The game is split up into chapters that play out the same events as the manga, and unfold at the same time, so if you miss a chapter in the game that you have in the manga, you know you screwed something up. Each chapter will have you conversing, moving, calling, or just sitting as events play out. There is on average about 4 text choices per chapter, and depending on what you chose, it can adversely affect your relationships during the end chapter score chart, where relationships are represented by strawberries either filling or draining. During the start of the game, you only have 2 girls to choose from, Aya and Tsukasa, which would be enough for me personally, but Junpei's a seasoned bastard and won't give up until he has all the chicks. You eventually run into Satsuki, and I guess his childhood friend Yui. I wouldn't know though, because this game has something that I just can't comprehend. It has something I like to call a game over wall. Here is how it works. You can do whatever you want, talk to whoever you want, and act however you want. However, if you're not at a high enough relationship point with someone, or you pick some wrong choices earlier in the game, you cannot progress beyond chapter 20, which is about book 3. Now, after much trial and error, I did manage to pass the game over block. About 5 playthroughs needed, but after that, I made it about 3 chapters later and BAM! Another great big game over wall. What? You don't think I tried? Check this out. This is my graph. I wrote it while doing my playthroughs to record optimum outcomes to each chapter depending on the answers given. I even plotted out my optimum playthrough, and guess what? I still game overed. I managed to get up to chapter 28, but then that's it. I cannot get no further. As of this recording, I have totally given up. From what I can ascertain, you have 5 strawberries to fill for each girl. Given at that point I game overed, I'm about 2 strawberries. I would guess I'm nearing the halfway point in the game. So let's be lenient and say somewhere between chapter 50 and 70 is the end of the game, and chapter 66 in the manga is called Everything is Okay, which is conveniently where the anime ends. So let's just say that's where it ends. So the game is about the length of the anime with 4 possible outcomes, given that there are 4 girls to choose from. Even with the game skip button, it still takes you a good few hours to finish a playthrough, so probably 16 to 20 hours to unlock everything, if you can figure out the game over wall, that is. By all means, I'll be back eventually to finish this, but frankly it just seems weird that they would make this process so, well, difficult. Sure, there's the standard stuff you can't get anywhere else, like the art and the alternate endings, but it's nothing overly enthralling, and the voice acting is just plain sloppy, because apparently this is a world where guys don't have voices, and only the females you give a rat's ass about do, which I can see the benefit in actually. Truly it makes you work way too hard for it. It's a challenge up there with Code Geass, and while I do look forward to beating it eventually, there simply isn't enough motivation for it. It's really a shame. This is one of my favourite manga series of all time. I must stress manga, since I wouldn't call the anime a work of art, but the game is just half done. Grab the manga and enjoy it the way it was supposed to be read, instead of a game that allows you to see bikinis, but just not underwear apparently. Finally, that's all of the dating sim text games done. It's finally time to move on.
You wait right there.
What?
Don't say anything more.
Oh god.
Strange. Your profile description doesn't match, but you're definitely him.
You sure you're not looking for John Connor or something?
My name is unimportant. I am a DNA operator from the year 2000X. I've been sent back in time since a horrible event will take place and I have to change it.
Okay, look unimportant. I'm about to start reviewing an anime that was requested, so...
That's it! You stop reviewing games. By doing so, you drive away all your subscribers and the future goes to shit.
You sure you're not supposed to shoot someone at that guy with the glasses or something?
You stop talking. I'll just manipulate your DNA so you can only review Japanese games.
Wow, you're gonna beat my DNA with a stick?
Well, it's Australia. It's kinda hard to get a gun here. Goodbye, the guy who will never review anime review guy. What's happening to me?
I think I'll review anime for you hip young chicks out there. I think I just established I have the same amount of vocal range as Hilary Hagg.
When I asked you, you said you'd be glad. Saki, I can't believe I did all those terrible things to you. Creeping me out. What are you after? Alright, out with it, sis. Nope, I let her out of my sight for a second, now she's disappeared. Honestly, I don't know what to do with that girl. And I'll tell you no in 10 seconds. Me, I'm only into younger guys. You see, the truth is that I